I hit that button, and that button. Hello, 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 everyone. We have a bit of a decision to make. No, I just click off. That will mute it. There we are. Okay. And my ring light's not even on. Lovely. Well, my ring light's dead. There we are. Okay. Okay. So we ended last stream in a very, very awkward spot. So we dove into the sector, sector 5, and we instantly entered a no-win scenario. So we'll just skip past this bit. Such a nightmare of trying to have traps at 2. So we entered an area where we got sabotaged. I can probably show you in game actually. Continue. Sector 5. So we entered this sector. We got sabotaged, but everything broke at that point. We're at this state here where one sector remaining, or one cycle remaining, 0 power generation. We come into our generator, and it is seemingly locked to tier 9. It's saying, well, we're producing 999 energy. We should be infinite. Lovely, doesn't it? But reality is we are generating no power. Over in the information show, it shows what we should be like. We should be at tier 2. We should be generating 180 power. We have the stocks of Ethereum, but yeah, and the ship is literally just locked. We can't even put in a hero. I got on Discord after the stream, went into the Star Trek Voyager Discord, went into their bug reports, found people had talked about something similar. Several people had been soft locked or locked or bug locked, which is fine. It happens. Can't anticipate everything. A lot of people's fixes for it, and we even did it ourselves because we tried to play the level as we were situated, and that wasn't great. But with no power, we couldn't survive a fight or anything like that. But you can go into main menu, revert back to a sector, and use that to push forward, which is a great idea. Great to have it. Problem is, I went over my VOD while we were waiting for the stream to start, and at 19, somewhere around here. But we need to hit this. It was 1990, wasn't it? Yeah, here it is. Captain, a good number of the crew for me asks about shore leave. With all the relentless stress on our journey, a little break from duty was absolutely vital for keeping everyone's spirits up and their heads clear. So I go through this option. Jump ahead a little bit. Okay. We need do anything about morale at the moment. We can't do anything about morale. Is improving, but we need power. I went to this room. Out of energy, are we? So here, I come in here. I come across to management, and you can see the upgrade button there. Requirements were all good for it. We hit upgrade. We were at tier 2. That was the upgrade to tier 3, I believe. But we need to hit. Come on, we need. Oh, now I've lost it. This nearest area is there. Captain, with all the birds up now. We need to do anything about morale at the moment. Sorry. Is improving. Okay, yeah, so this is the upgrade to tier level 3. Upgrade wall core to tier level 3. We hit it. It even shows it's upgrading 4 cycles.
On that, I guess.
We continue on for a little bit.
Intimidation from cows.
Go on a little bit of a travel. We get...
Okay, too much... Oh, that's not good.
Keep moving. Here. We have main engineering. We have unlocked warp core tier 3, which raises the maximum energy capacity to 240. Great. We're kicking along.
That's not good at all.
So unlock it. You can see tier 4 is locked there. But I can't actually upgrade to tier 3. I think this is the bug.
We upgraded it.
We have the energy. We have 620 here. So we should have the ability to run at 48 per cycle. And it is showing locked. So that's 2 sectors prior. So if we are going to go back and try to fix this, we have to not only go back 1 whole chapter, we have to go back 2. And that just feels bad. That really does feel bad because for the rest of this stream, we just stayed at 180. I never thought more of it. I just went, oh, okay, mate. I didn't notice that the tiers should have been fine. So I just kept moving on. For the rest of the whole stream, we stayed at 180. Of course, I pick a point in time where... And I've only just discovered this, so, but like if you jump through... Come on, another shot of space.
Maybe he can explain.
There we are. See, we're still running 180 later in the game. So I think that's what's caused my issues. So I'm kind of only having just found that because I booked the stream in, sat down, watched a bit of the VOD, went, oh, maybe I can find something. I did, of course. Yeah. My best choice at this point, if we go back 2 whole chapters, we might as well almost start again. I don't want to just go back 1 sector. Oh, look, if the world's busted. We'll test something. We'll go back 1 sector. Yeah, so if we go back, we lose everything. And going back 2 whole sectors just feels bad. There's probably no one made it in at this point. Just kind of me ranting. So the question is, do we go back 2 sectors, which makes the whole last VOD mute, or do we just go back all the way to the start and just start again? Because I don't even know what I was doing that long ago. Like, that was the end of the first stream, let alone the end of the second stream. So I think I've identified it. It makes the most sense. Going back and losing different points of that save feel bad to me. So what we're going to do is we're just going to leave that. Let's turn that down a bit more. And let's just go back and start a new run. And just see how that plays out.
So, a few days back, this Captain Janeway breezes into my cozy penal colony like she owns the place. She's stern and smells like coffee and regulations. And the kicker? She's served with my old man on the Albatani. Turns out her security chief, Tuvok, was playing spy on a Maquis ship that vanished in the Badlands. Now Janeway needs that missing ship found, and because of my past associations, I'm apparently the resident expert on the Badlands. I find the missing Maquis. She puts in a good word for me at my next parole review. Simple. Still, the view is infinitely better than a holding cell. It's not every day you get a front row seat on a brand new Intrepid-class starship's maiden voyage. the USS Voyager. Might even get to touch the helm.
One moment while I edit the title for this one. All power, no power, starting again due to a bug. There we are. That's the name of the episode. Gentlemen, welcome to Voyager. Ensign Kim, you're fresh from the academy, ready for your first deep space assignment. Reporting for duty, Captain. It's an honor to be here. I hope I live up to your expectations. Ensign Kim, I trust you already met Tom Paris, our esteemed observer, a former Marquis pilot who will help us search the Badlands for the Marquis vessel. With all due respect, ma'am, observers is hardly a title befitting my talent. I'm the best damn pilot in the sector. Call me pilot extraordinaire, Ensign. The Marquis, wow. I've heard a lot of stories about them. Relax, I was with the Marquis only for a few weeks before I was captured and sent to a lovely penal colony, little penal colony in New Zealand. Penal colony? Enough chatter, gentlemen. All hands, this is the captain. Report to your stations. Helm, take us to the Badlands. Maximum warp. Oh, I'm so annoyed with that bug. But we're going to chart our journey. Leave the information out there for people to find. Into the Badlands. The Badlands, a treacherous rain. Oh my god, I'm dyslexic as hell. A treacherous region of space where violent plasma storms can cripple even the most advanced starship. Captain Janeway observes the swirling chaos from the view screen, a subtle smile playing on her lips. She's ready for the challenge. Scanners are picking up no other vessels in the system, Captain. It's your time to shine, Mr. Paris. Any ideas where your former colleagues might be hiding? I wasn't expecting Marquis of the Year, Captain. I wasn't exactly Marquis of the Year, Captain, but they did prefer underground bases, remote planets, and... Captain, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm reading a coherent tachyon beam scanning us, and a displacement wave heading towards us. A colossal wave of turbulent energy surges towards Voyager, its powerful dwarfing anything the crew has ever seen. With no time to analyze the threat, emergency measures are initiated. Red alert, helm, evasive maneuvers. Too late, the wave will intercept us in 5 seconds. Brace for impact. I need vision. Sorry. Aftermath. As the crew regains consciousness, they find their bridge in total devastation. Twisted metals marking consoles and injured crewmates paint a grim picture. What just happened? Damage report. Major hull and deck damage, the transporters are offline and we're receiving casualty reports. Bridge to sickbay. Doctor, I've got injured crew on the bridge. Doctor, damn. Captain, we're losing systems across the deck. The deuterium tanks are empty. Warp cores gone to grey mode. We're on reserves. Barely. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Scan for the nearest source of deuterium. External sensors are offline. Scale cartography must be down. Voyager's blind, Captain. Janeway to engineering. We need stellar cartography back online now. Okay, so this is the help tutorial. Click on the if you want to get access to the help tutorial. It is over on the left-hand side of the main ship view. To activate a room, we need to click on the room. There is a couple of options there. Normally one of those is switch on or off. Switch on cartography. Captain sensors are picking up something out there, but what Harry is trying to stammer is we are no longer in the Badlands anymore. What is this thing? Where are we? If our sensors are working, we just jumped over 70,000 light years into the Delta Quadrant. The Delta Quadrant? How? Captain, life support systems are failing. This array will have to wait. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Find us some deuterium source. Okay, scan points of interest marked with white question marks to reveal resources. Scan until you reveal deuterium, the fuel resource. Okay, looking around. These planets are void, which is going to scan. Okay, we detected some. So scanning the system, you can use your right mouse button or I'm not sure what the control button would be, but yeah. When visiting points of interest, you can choose between different approaches. Different approaches with different risks and outcomes. The different colours of the chance bar represents the possible outcomes. Dark green and light green, excellent and good outcomes. Higher rewards such as extra resources, morale increase, etc. Yellow, average outcome, can include minor setbacks. Orange and red, bad and terrible outcomes lead to low rewards, and medium to minor setbacks like destroyed room, hull damage, or severe injuries. Okay, so we can scan the whole sector. Let's probably do that. It'd be nice to kind of have a scan sector button. So I can understand the mystery of it all, but you're already in the sector, you're already going to do the clicks. It's not costing you anything to do it. May as well. Well, this sector's not too bad. What we can do, because we have played this before and we have played the demo, we can kind of jump in and out on a few spots. So let's just kind of try to stock up. Well, we're in grey mode. So roll the dice. What do we get? We get green. Captain ready to increase warp core output. So this is the area that bugged us out last time, so I'm going to be a little bit cautious messing around with it too much. But the warp core is the reactor that powers the ship to generate energy to it continuously consumes deuterium. Depending on the reactor level, you produce more energy, but more deuterium is required. Increasing the power output by selecting main engineering and switching to the warp core to a higher tier. Not a problem. We can now turn it on. Our energy levels are returning to normal, Captain. Good. Now, what about this thing, this array? I can't tell, Captain, but our scanners detect a marquee vessel next to it. Scan for life signs. And to skip for life signs, Ensign, there are no one on board, Captain. Scan array. Several life forms on board, Captain. Janeway, is one of them Vulcan? Kim, I'm not sure, Captain. The signals are weak. We'll just have to see for ourselves. I want the transporter repaired and ready. Mr. Paris, get us to that deuterium deposit. We need to repair the transporter room. Okay. So we need metal now. Let's come over here. Let's grab this. Only 27. Now that we have all the room we need to get repairing rooms, a damaged room. Damaged rooms are not operational. Select a room to bring up the room controls. If you have the resources and work teams, you can initiate repairs. So we need transport online. Transport is online, Captain. This parasect call for the array. While we're here, for fuel efficiency, we're going to just clear this. Sure. We got it all. Now it's... And we're going to consume this. Okay. Now let's go to the ship. Just bring things online. Now let's repair engineering office because that will give us an extra person for repairs. And then we can have 2 work crews on. We'll grab some more energy. Engineering officers provides up to 1 work team. Work teams are required to perform tasks on the ship. They're online. Let's start repairing. And while we're at it, let's start clearing. So 1 team repairing, 1 team clearing should be a pretty good mix. Because as we clear rooms, we do get resources so that we can keep that going. We will get what energy we can here. So this will overcharge us if we get a good outcome. But we're here. It's that's fine. Trying to leave these power sources for when we're done. Science lab is online. Good. We'll open that up. Just want to start getting stuff online. Joys of having played it before, we know we can do this. Okay, so we've got some building materials off that. Let's clear this one. Workshop is online. Let's go back to the ship. Open up the workshop. See, it doesn't matter what we do here. No matter what, to be on tier 1, we need to use 24 deuterium, no matter what. So my goal here is just to try to have as much online to that capacity. We can turn on and off rooms as we need to beyond that point. But it's not going to make that big of a difference. Let's repair sick bay. This is a part of the story beat. Sick bay and room clear. Awesome. Injured and sick crew will be placed in the sick bay automatically. After treatment, they'll get back to work. Increase the efficiency of the sick bay by assigning a suitable hero. That is something we need to keep in mind. Okay, so basic stuff's online. We probably do want to put some effort into our shields and all that. And that's fine. Okay, we are at the array. Ensign Kim and Paris, get ready for your first away mission. Let's go. Now we've been through this before, twice, to be exact. So, Captain, we seem to have materialized in the middle of a cornfield. This place is eerily similar to Earth, but something's off. Any suggestions of what to do? So we can either scan, or just look for footprints and noise. I reckon we scan. Surely we get a good roll. The very first play in the demo, we got a negative roll here, and we just had to stumble around for ages. Harry and Tom use their tricorders to scan for life signs and detect a strange energy spike emitting from a nearby area. Following the readings, they navigate through the corn and find a farm with people working the fields. An old man sits on a porch of a nearby farmhouse, strumming banjo. After the challenge, a participant team member is fatigued and their skill values reduced. Let them rest for the next challenge to recover and plan ahead accordingly. So we've got here, this gives us heads up about what we're going to experience. Depending on the option we get, we may get more reward. We can gamble here a little bit and get more science. We could play it safe and pretty much guarantee the get by just monitoring his body language. It's an interesting one. Harry and Tom discreetly observe the old man, trying to analyse his body language. Something feels off, like he is putting on an act that can't quite put a finger on it. The old man seems perplexed by their presence, muttering about how Harry and Tom being early and how it is not their turn yet. He invites them to stay on the farm and wait, offering them some fresh corn cobs. Okay, so not only can we just put one person on a task, we can make it a team effort. The old man isn't much help. We try to find the marquee ourselves. There's a large band behind the farmhouse. The tricorder readings are off the chart. There's definitely something strange about it, especially the back wall. So we can Paris, Harry, or both and guarantee it. I almost want to do this. Knowing how important science is, a good roll on that could be really good. We could use the energy, and that is a tutorial. Okay, we'll stick with the... Maybe we'll get a high roll. Harry and Tom try to disrupt the energy field, causing a flicker in the air, but before they can break the illusion, the people from the field burst in, wielding farm tools and weapons. The old man appears and reveals the barn is an illusion, back wall dissolving, to show a glowing room where unconscious people, including a tattooed man and a half Klingon woman, lie on this surgical table. Sometimes you need to make major decisions that influence how the story progresses. These decisions are marked with a golden outline. These people must be the missing marquee. They're being held here, Captain. We must get them out of here. So, we can either go for Chakotay or Balana. I think building resources are probably the better one here. We're going to start looking at the rewards and making a decision. We've got enough energy in the sector, or the solar system's got plenty of energy. We don't have a lot of building material, so we are going to go for Chakotay. Tom rushes towards the tattooed man, hoping to shake him awake. He reaches out. The old man stops him. A look of concern on his face. Before Tom can react, a blinding white light fills the room and everything goes blank. They're now level 2. Injury-free bonus. A sudden return. Captain Janeway anxiously awaits the return of her away team when Tom Paris unexpectedly materializes behind her. What happened on the array? Captain? What happened over there, Mr. Paris? We lost contact with you for several hours. What? But we're only there for an hour, right, Harry? Harry? He was right beside me. And he's still on the array, but why were you released and not? Maquis are hailing us, Captain, putting them on screen. I'm Commander Chakotay of the Maquis. My chief engineer, Bilana. Taurus is missing. Is she with you? No, Commander. One of our own is also missing. It seems we share a problem, and it would make sense to solve it together. of us will beam over to your ship. Despite Janeway's invitation, the arrival of Chakotay and the Maquis crew on the bridge is fraught with tension. Both sides remain wary as they prepare to discuss their shared predicament. Captain, this is Tuvok Mai. Oh, I know who he is. I'm glad to have you back, Tuvok. As am I, Captain. Commander Chakotay, I must inform you that I was assigned to infiltrate your crew. Were you going to deliver us into Starfleet's waiting hands, Vulcan? Correct. However, I assure you I performed my duties aboard your ship to the highest standards. Charming. And I see you also have Paris with you. Are you forming a Maquis Traders Club, Captain? You win some, you lose some, Commander. Let's focus on bringing Taurus and Kim back from the array. We can't get back inside. They're sealed the entrance and are blocking incoming hails. Lieutenant Tuvok, get down to engineering and find a way to bypass whatever's jamming our communications. Report back to us as soon as you have a solution. I'm going to be so annoyed if this having to start again forces us into spots where we lose crew. But we'll just have to see what happens. Tuvok, Captain, the ship status remains critical. Repair protocols are imperative. We require resources and the engineering office to mobilize additional workforces. Prioritize life support, secure our core decks, and restore Deck 5's functionality first to gain access to the engineering office. Life support. To be able to supply power to rooms, you need to activate the life support unit of the corresponding deck. Each life support consumes energy, so plan accordingly. Life support restored to Deck 5, Captain. Engineering office is now accessible. Engineering office fully operational again, Captain. Oh, he's quick. We now have an additional work team to carry out 2 tasks simultaneously. Building or repairing rooms, even clearing debris occupies work teams. To be able to carry out several tasks at the same time, obtain additional teams by building or upgrading engineering offices. Logically, we should now focus on Deck 2 and the mess hall to ensure the crew's food supply, maintaining their physical endurance. This requires reactivating life support in that sector. Okay, so we've done that. Life support restored on Deck 2, Captain. Access to the mess hall is now possible. However, it has sustained excessive damage. Emergency rations are currently deployed. After repair, the crew can access replicator rations again. Okay, we don't have a crew available to us at the moment. Where are we? We're here. We are making research points. Can we actually start researching it? So if we do this one will give us a plasma cutter, which will give us more resources by cutting stuff up. Yeah, okay. We'll get ahead of it. Probably should have had it online a little earlier. Where's our 2 crews? So we've got clearing. We've got 2 teams clearing. Not a problem. Let's come out here. Let's repair. Repairs in progress. Okay. Until we should clear some more space. That's not a problem. While waiting for the work team, we should continue to collect more resources. Ruined rooms removal included. Great, maybe we can finally rebuild some quarters. My back is killing me, and sleeping in the corridors will do wonders for morale for sure. Okay, so I want us to build a room. We can start on that when this clears. Now, I've been thinking about how I want to set out this ship. My main thoughts are we probably want one deck dedicated to primary systems. If not, maybe 2 decks, maybe. So we're probably going to use Deck 5 and deck 2 as primary level. So if we need to drop back to minimum resources, we can. And then use another deck for additional purposes. So we'll go back to the system, and I don't even know if we need to enter ship. Mess holes ready. Mess holes repaired. Repairs are complete, Captain. We should switch to repairs on now. It will enhance crew well-being. Okay. Eat some good food. Okay. So we hit here. We've got this side where we can build emergency quarters. 2 of them. So we'll just hit here. Do we siphon here? Caretaker. Captain, the array's jamming signal has been neutralized. We should be able to establish communication. Let's hope that they respond. Hail the array. Who is this? Why are you bothering me? Oh, it's you. Why are you back? You didn't have what I needed. I remember that voice, Captain. That's the old guy with the banjo, though he seems a lot less. Jellyfish back on the array. I'm Captain Janeway of the Federation Starship Voyager. We mean you no harm. We just want our people back. Your people are no longer here. You might have what I want, I need. You just have to leave them. Let's scan from. I won't rely on your words, stranger. Scan the array for signs of life. No signs of a captain. No humanoid life forms indicated at all. Who or what are we walking to right now? Appeal to his humanity and to tell us where they are. We are entrusted with their safety. The families and friends rely on us to bring them home. They are our responsibility. Perhaps that is the case, but I have no time. There just isn't enough time. Time for what? No, you're stealing my time. You don't understand. I don't have time, not enough time. We're being cut off, Captain. Starfleet diplomacy might work in the Alpha Quadrant, but out here, you should have let me handle that. Your methods might have worked against the Cardassians, but this is a different kind of adversary. Captain Commander, I fail to see how this spiritual debate will help us locate our missing crew members. Perhaps a more logical approach would be beneficial. That's interesting. That's different. You're right, Tuvok. It seems the Delta Quadrant is getting to our heads. What do you suggest? I've observed that the array has been sending energy pulses towards the fifth planet of the neighbouring system ever since our arrival. Given the lack of information regarding our missing crew location, investigating this planet appears to be the most logical next step. It's the only lead we have. The thoughts, Commander? It seems we are stuck with each other for the time being. I'm willing to bury the hatchet for now, but let's not pretend we're friends. Agreed, Miss Paris. Let's take the helm. Let's find our people. Take course for the fifth planet in the neighbouring system. Maximum warp. Well, we are here, so let's try to collect. We do lose a little bit, but that's fine. Now let's head over here and grab this. We're using so much energy. Let's go. Let's go straight there. Emergency quarters, enter ship. Sweet. Osmatov, enter ship. Okay. Reponic Bay, maybe? Probably what we want to focus on. High morale threshold, let's do that. We've got shields online, we don't have any fighting capabilities, we need to keep that in mind. Emergency quarters, ruined room, back to the ship, okay. We need some storage. And that kind of works in that space. Back to sector. System? Okay, we're here. Optional, clear more ruined rooms and build emergency quarters for the entire crew. Investigate the 5th planet. Captain, we have reached our destination. Orders, continue. We are, Captain, and might I say, what a ride. Voyager handles like a dream, responsible, agile. Don't get too carried away, Mr. Paris. Let's see what we have here. A new lead. Following the array's energy pulse, Voyager discovers a desert planet with a harsh, unforgiving landscape. Harry, Kim, and Balana perhaps being held at this place. What's so special about this ugly old space rock? Let's do a scan. Let's see what we can learn about the planet. It has all the basic characteristics of an M-class planet, but no oceans, no rivers, nothing. However, there are settlements. Why would anyone want to live here? What else do we know? The atmosphere contains no nucleogenic particles, Captain. The planet is incapable of producing rain. I've studied thousands of M-class planets. I've never seen an atmosphere without nucleogenics. There must have been some kind of extraordinary environmental disaster. Another mystery we can deal with later. Check for energy impulse. Anything noteworthy about the energy pulses? They're consistently targeting a single location, a barren piece of desert. I recommend an away team to investigate the area. There's something else. The intervals between each pulse has decreased to the point by 0.47 seconds ever since we left the array. They're getting faster. The entity said he's running out of time. Right, whatever that means, we better hurry. Prepare an away team. We'll examine this world firsthand. And here we meet Mr. Neelix. The Laxian. Captain, a small ship is approaching. They're howling at us on screen. A peculiar alien with a mysterious grin greets Voyager with his chaotic vessel. Neither Starfleet nor the Maquis have ever seen such a species before. Perhaps an inhabitant of the Delta Quadrant. Greetings, looking for something on this dusty old rock? Would we find anything, mister? Neelix, never seen a ship like yours. Let me guess, you were whisked away from somewhere else in the galaxy and brought here against your will. Sounds as though you've heard this story before. Thousands of times. Well, hundreds of times. Maybe 50 times, but the caretaker has been bringing ships here for months now. the caretaker. That's what the Acampa call him. He's probably snatched some of your crew too, right? They're likely down on the planet with the Acampa. But Captain, it's a tricky place, dangerous. You could use a guide, but of course a guide needs a little, you know. you know. Conversation sounds fair. Wonderful, to be honest. I've had it rough recently. Those pesky voles have been nibbling away at my supplies. For some food and water would be most welcome. If you help us find our missing crew, you can have all the food and water you want. It's a deal. Okay, so let's scan this system and work out what we're going to do. We've got a little bit of time, so ooh, science. I want science. We have a little bit more capacity for metal. We come in through here. We'll come in here, here. Leave these for our way out. Scan the anomaly from station, calculate, include a detailed analysis. Come on. We got 20. Could have been better. Let's grab the energy from here. Let's just get the guarantee. Oh, we're being hailed. Let's go past. We've got the energy to go past at the moment. The ship. I need to address the lack of quarters. Maybe many are sleeping in corridors and morale is suffering. I suggest building in new quarters so more people can sleep in their own beds. Sure. We'll use this spot for a new bed. What are we going to want? That's okay. Anyway. What a delicious meal, a culinary masterpiece. I've never encountered such a tangy but confronting, smooth yet vibrant concoction. What do you call it again? Tomato soup. Tomato soup. I'm something of a culinary wizard myself. You know, my African hair pasta bowl is widely known for its bold, mouth-watering taste. Listen, Alex, I am pleased you're enjoying yourself, but we need your assistance now. Ah, yes, your missing crew, right. Scan the southern continent and look for a range of dead volcanoes at the foot of. You'll find a Kazon Ugla encampment. Kazon Ugla? One Kazon sect of many. They control this part of the quadrant. They're a bit difficult, but with the right approach, even they can be reasoned with. I thought you said the Acampa had our people. The Acampa do have your people, it's just finding them is a bit tricky. My old pal Jabin, the Ugla leader, might know where to look. He's a nice guy, a bit gruff, but he owes me a favour. Asks for more information about the Kazon. Anything else we should know about these Kazon Ugla? Water is a precious commodity around these parts. The Ugla, they mostly get theirs through trade, so a little liquid diplomacy would go a long way. Then the away team. Very well. Prepare the away team and you'll accompany them, Miss Neelix. Okay. So we're not just going to do that straight away. We're going to grab this. So we can store more stuff now. Let's do this one for energy. Yes, that makes the most sense. We are probably the best on that at the moment. Mind you, clearing this room might go a long way too. 55, we're at 57. Okay. The smart move here then, leave it for now, back to the ship. Let's not cancel clearing. We're going to build another storage room. We'll use resources, so now that we do this, okay, we're good. We now got all that material, and we have the energy reserves to hit this one up. Awesome. And then we head here. Okay, so there's a chance for 80 or 33. Let's do one cycle. They're done. Close. Cool, happy with what was promised. That's perfect. This storage room we'll set aside for building materials. So now that we do that, we have more than enough capacity. Let's repair weapon systems. Let's have them online. Then we'll start clearing again. Back to the system. We got it all. Good. And let's hit here. And we can hit these two on our way out. Okay, inspired workforce done. We still have plenty of stuff. Not ready for crew quarters yet. Field training. Then looks like we probably want Captain Acknowledgement. I was looking at this on our last playthrough. It costs us a bit to go up, and then each one of these is going to cost progressively more. So these are all going to be the cheapest we're ever going to get. So let's just kind of knock all these out, get all their passive bonuses of each of the tiers before going up a tier. What crews are in use? Okay, phaser control room online. We need special material for that, and we need special material for that, so everything's good now. We'll clear the rest of these decks. We can hold all that. Sweet. Captain, we've reached our destination's orders. Send away team. Just do the level 1s, I guess. The away team materializes in a small valley between dead volcanoes. The sun burns down on them mercilessly. The air is hot and dry, and sandy winds whip into their eyes. Captain, our tricorders are malfunctioning, probably because of the energy impurities. How do we get our bearings in this dust bowl? Just use Dakota here.
Yo, LJ, Twitch ads are inbound.
Critical success. Using his survival skills and position of the sun, Chakotay determines the coordinal directions. He navigates the team through the rocky valley. Okay, eventually reaching a rocky ledge, gaining a better view of the surrounding areas. In the distance, they spot a caves on Ugla sediment. However, the wind is picking up and a massive sandstorm is approaching. Captain, a sandstorm is heading our way. We need to find cover fast. Let's go for best cover because it's got science. Green, green, green. Yes! New way team quickly analyzes the terrain, discovering a natural crevice, offering the best protection from the storm. The rock walls shield them from the worst of the winds and the sand. After what seems like an eternity, the storm subsides. New way team emerges. Okay, let's take a break. Okay. I'm going to go pop into the Discord and see if anything's changed there. No. I made another post just saying that I went back through my VOD, found that information, and probably have to restart because of it. But no one's posted anything new. I'll go get myself a drink, and by then we will continue. Might move that logo, it's kind of in an awkward spot. Nope, nope, that's the words overlay. There, that's probably out the way. Okay. How are we going on the rocket clock? 40 seconds. I love, what was it, the 90s, 2000 Star Trek visual appeal. It's like Voyager, Generations, Deep Space Nine, just that feel. But anyway, let's continue. Captain, we've reached the settlement. How shall we approach the people here? Let's go with Neelix, obviously.
LJ, Twitch ads should now be over. You're all good for another 60 minutes.
Neelix bounds forward, greeting the Kazon Uzla in his usual boisterous manner. The woman and children seem to recognize him, but their expressions are skeptical rather than welcoming. And the man approaches cautiously, weapons in hand. A tall Kazon emerges from the settlement. Jabin, their leader, at the sight of Neelix, his face darkens. In the background, a badly bruised young woman who looks nothing like a Kazon, but more like a human with pointy ears peers around the corner. Seems like the Kazon didn't find Neelix as charming as he led us to believe. How shall we appease them, Captain? Let's use Neelix again for more morale. How is our morale going? So we could do with more morale. Let's stock up. The team calmly explains their peaceful intentions, emphasizing their desire to find their missing crew. Their diplomatic approach eases the tension, but Jabin explains that the Ocampo live underground. Their access is controlled by the caretaker. who also provides them only source of water. As proof, Jabin points to the bruised woman he is holding as a slave and a compa. He explains that she is one of a few who have managed to reach the surface. Suddenly, Neelix grabs the phaser, points it at Jabin, and demands the compa woman it be freed. Some choices have risk. These risks are indicated down here. 3 different levels of risk. Failing such a challenge can result in injury and or even fatality. Things are getting out of hand, Captain. We should retreat. Let's go for I'm just looking at what we need. We can store a little bit more energy, but I think we got energy off one of our earlier runs. I'm wondering if we go morale. We'll go with this. The away team lays down covering fire, forcing K's onto their cover. This allows them to minimize their exposure to enemy fire. Jabin, though furious, seems to acknowledge the away team's fighting skills. They escape with no casualties. More than gratitude, safely back on Voyager, Neelix surprises the rest of the away team as he and his rescued woman kiss passionately. How deep does their relationship go between the two go? Okay, we're in the transporter room. My dearest Cass, didn't I promise I'd save you? I know you would come from me, my love. You lied and endangered my crew. This is not how trust is built, Mr. Neelix. You was desperate, Captain, but I understand. I want to repay you and your crew for saving me. As Jabin said, the access to the underground city is controlled by the caretaker. There is a tunnel, but the caretaker sealed it off with a security barrier. We may be able to transport through the barrier. If it has a slight breach, a transporter signal amplifier would be necessary. Excellent idea, Cass. Can you help us once we locate the breach? Of course, is the least I can do. I'm grateful. Now, let's ask some questions, find out the backstory here. What can you tell us about the caretaker? For generations, he has provided the couple with food, water, and energy, and protection from the outside world. Any idea why he does it or where he came from? No, we do have stories and legends about him, but they're just stories and legends. How did you and Neelix meet? I'm curious, how did you meet? I met Cass while I was trading with the K's and Ugla. They enslaved her, and she was kind, even to someone like me. I had to get her out of there. That's such a weird interaction. He visited, brought me gifts, made me laugh. He was the only good thing in a terrible place. We fell in love. Jabin... yeah, it's just a weird kind of scenario in my head. Jabin seems to have such control over her in the camps, but yet Neelix can spend time with her almost what seems like unsupervised. Yeah, I mean, I used you, Captain. I apologise, but I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Asked Cass why she came to the surface. Cass, if it's so dangerous on the surface, why did you leave your home? I felt a strong pull to explore the world beyond the city. I yearned for the freedom to discover new things and learn about myself. Seeing my people so dependent on the caretaker, unable to even think for themselves, it was unbearable. We once possessed telepathic abilities, but those atrophied over our generations. Seeing my people so dependent on the caretaker, unable to think for themselves, it was unbearable. We once possessed... sorry, we know that. We have things to do. Alright, someone gets started on a transporter signal amplifier, and Cass will go to sick bay and have you examined. Captain, the science lab is back online. We can start researching signal amplifier. Captain, computer initiate emergency holographic program. With no other option available, Captain Janeway activates Voyager's emergency medical hologram. A shimmering figure materializes in sickbay, ready to provide critical care. We state the nature of the medical emergency. Doctor, our chief medical officer is dead. You'll have to take care of sickbay for now, and this patient, Kess. There's no need for concern. I'm capable of treating any injury or disease. You're broken something, a few minor bruises or graze, nothing I can't handle. You are in the most capable hands, young lady. Thank you, Doctor. That's very kind of you. I expect you to do your best, Doctor. Do my best, Captain. I'm programmed for optimal medical care. What else would I do? Now, if you excuse me, I have a patient to attend to and a sick bay to reorganize. Okay, full storage. Captain, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but our cargo bay is overflowing. If we find any more resources, we'll have nowhere to put them. We would just have to leave it behind. Ooh, thank you very much for a follow.
From's just followed.
Much appreciated. I was wondering if we could expand our storage capability, perhaps a new cargo bay. Sure, we'll build a new cargo bay. We've got 3 cycles. We know we need to build one anyway after the next step. What do we got to do? Research. So are both these ticking over at the same time? Okay, so we can only do one thing at a time. That's fine. Let's just go pick up some building materials. We'll just build what we need as quick as we can. That used up some building materials. Not as much as I expected though. We're working on that. We are using I don't want better to put in there. +5 moral per no. Do we have someone we can put in here? Do we put Cass? She's got science abilities for now. I feel the doctor's probably better. But I want the doctor here, right? In here. Do we have anyone interested? No. Let's put the doctor here until we need him back in. Just faster science research feels good. 1 turn remaining. Because of the buff he gives us. Okay, okay, so we researched that, so now we can build one. Let's just wait a couple turns. Because there's 450 energy there. We're in no rush to kind of... Okay. Okay, so we don't have enough crew. Interesting. Everyone's kind of got a job. So... And for now, we'll store more energy. I just want to be able to store a whole lot of things as we kind of come across them. I feel it's super important. Cargo bays don't use that much power, do they? They use 2 power as compared to like science, it's using 7. We're not in a position to upgrade or anything yet, so... Ah, that's okay. That's pretty much everything we can do in here. We're going to need these at some point though. Captain, we're reach our destination, orders, send away team. Pretty good coverage, isn't it? So, upon materializing near the entrance, a group of K-Zone is already there, tinkering with the security barrier in frustration. As soon as they notice the away team, they flinch, inferior, and back off a bit. Watch out, shouts one of them. The foreign warrior is back. The captain, the K-Zone seem hesitant, almost fearful. What are our orders? What's our chances of bluffing him? Yeah. We've got science and mechanical next. Cass can do the science side, she's pretty strong on that. Let's gamble on her being good there. Ooh. It's a success, but it's so far away. The away team confidently ignores the K-Ons heading straight to the tunnel. The Ks are immediately intimidated by the way the team fearless demur makes no attempt to stop them. Captain will reach the tunnel entrance using the tricorder signal amplifier now. Find a possible breach in the security barrier. Okay, let's... is Tom going to be able to handle the next one? We let Tom rest. He's pretty good on whatever... on the Starfleet one. Okay. Let's roll here. It's more science at least. Sweet. The away team deploys a transport signal amplifier, carefully scanning the barrier For any vulnerabilities after the tense few minutes, they locate a small breach in the energy field. They safely transport themselves through the opening and into the tunnel beyond the barrier. The tunnel opens into a breathtaking sight. Embedded in a large cavern is a futuristic environment with smooth white walls glowing in warm white light and sprinkled with patches of green. This is the Akampa City. Captain, we're inside the Akampa City, but it's a maze of streets and chambers. How should we proceed to find Harry and Balana? Now this is interesting. Like, it seems like because we've taken 2 hits, Tuvok's just super fatigued. So we can use Tom here. Let Tuvok recover. Ooh, actually, maybe it's a pretty good roll. What? It's on this side of the line. Guest approaches group of combat, yet they refuse to help, not wanting to interfere with the caretaker's plans. The away team is forced to rely on other methods to find the crewmates. Eventually locating a medical facility, they find Harry and Balana awake but disorientated, surrounded by strange medical equipment. Balana, wary of the unfamiliar faces, immediately instinctively reaches for a weapon. Before any confrontation can occur, the ground starts shaking violently. Okay, so he's back up to full strength. A message from Captain Janeway cuts through the joy of the reunion. The caretaker array has apparently repositioned itself and is now firing on the tunnel entrance. We need to get out of here. Okay, so I think we just we'll use Tuvok's resources for us. Clear a path through the debris or distractions. Come on. Yeah, okay. It's a fine roll. There's no negatives there. The away team clears a path through the collapsing tunnel using their phasers to blast away debris and create a safe passage. They dodge falling rocks and collapsing ceilings, ensuring everyone escapes safely. Soon they'll reach the exit, the security barrier, the only thing standing between them and their escape. Tremors are interfering with the single amplifiers, Captain. The connection is constantly being interrupted, but we can't beam out like this. We double science it. Let's go. Analyze the tremor interference pattern and recalibrate the transport signal amplifier accordingly. The team analyzes the tremor interference pattern and quickly recalibrates the transport signal amplifier to compensate. The transport signal stabilizes, allowing the team to lock into the beam and materialize safely back on Voyager. Unexpected allies. Back on Voyager, Harry Kim breathes a sigh of relief while Balana Toros eyes the Starfleet rescuers with suspicion. The Maquis engineers struggle to understand this sudden alliance. Miss Toros, welcome aboard Voyager. I'm Captain Janeway and Ensign Kim. It's good to have you back in one piece. Reporting for duty, Captain. I didn't think I'd ever see Voyager again. It's good to be back. What the hell is going on here, Chakotay? Since when are we cozying up to Starfleet? It's a long story, Balana. Let's just say we had to compromise to get you back. And we share a common goal, getting back home. Anything you learned on the planet could help us. Ask what we learned about the caretaker. Did you know anything about the caretaker? He's been acting weird lately. Apparently he abducted people as a new hobby of his. And he's increased the compass power supply by enough to last them 5 years, if I recall correctly. And he destroyed the tunnels. It sounds like he's preparing for something, but what? And he just what can you tell us about the Akampa? According Knowing we're friendly and incredibly naive, they wouldn't last 5 minutes on this surface. Apparently they've been living underground for over 500 generations. That's true, our ancestors lived on the surface once. Ancient journals tell us that the caretaker opened a deep chasm and led us underground. Any ideas why? The Acompa mentioned something called the warming. The day the surface turned to a desert, on that day the caretaker appeared and built our city. Since then he's provided for the Acompa. How selfless of him. It was mentioned that the caretaker provided the Acompa with more than 5 years of energy, coupled with the destruction of the access tunnels, and has frequently referenced running out of time. The logical conclusion is that he doesn't intend on continuing his role as a caretaker. I believe he is dying. If he dies, how are we supposed to get home? Asked if they know why they were sent to the Acompa. The caretaker mentioned that you might have what he needs. Can you make sense of that? We woke up covered in whatever that strange. Okay, the Acompa said we were sent away to prevent some kind of plague. Except we weren't sick before we met that guy. What a crock. They also said that the caretaker had sent others with the same disease, but they didn't recover. They died. I want you both in sick bay now. There's something refreshing on the screen on my right, and it's catching my eye every time it does it. Captain, their condition is unusual. It appears to be a cellular disruption caused by the introduction of foreign genetic material. The bodies are rejecting it rather violently, I might add. They are fortunate. A few more days and the cellular disruption would have been fatal. Foreign genetic material for what purpose? An excellent question, Commander. It appears to have been introduced deliberately, though why anyone would want to inject them with incompatible DNA is beyond my comprehension. Prognosis, Doctor? I've already started the treatment. With my expertise, they should make a full recovery. The doctor discovered further confirmation of my hypothesis, Captain. Aware of his imminent death, the caretaker is enacting measures to safeguard the Acompa for as long as possible. However, they will run out of energy eventually, so he seeks a successor, one who would continue his work. This explains the abductions and the subsequent testing of individuals from various species. If he dies before finding a suitable successor, we'll be stranded. We have to return to the array before it's too late. Captain, given the caretaker's reluctance to cooperate, a more assertive approach may be necessary. Vulcan's right. If that overgrown energy blob won't send us home, we'll blast our way out. Phasers, torpedoes, the whole shebang. I believe a bit of a tactical planning is in order. Shields first, then phasers. Tuvok, our offensive and defensive capabilities have been restored, Captain. However, I suggest a test run to verify the functionality and to assess our temporary fighting control officers' performance in combat. This ace pilot knows more maneuvers than Starfleet can throw Greek letters and numbers together, except the one for evading Starfleet custody. Gentlemen, enough. Tuvok is right. We need to test our combat systems, but we lack a sparring partner. You have one, Cap. Our ship, Zero Chakotay, or the Marquis on the Valjan as Starfleet target practice. What could possibly go wrong? Balana, focus. We need preparation. We will pilot the Valjan, Captain. Just remember to set your phases to simulation. I'll keep that in mind, Commander. Okay, each combat encounter you may choose up to 3 heroes to utilize their special strengths and abilities. It'd be really cool if there was you had to actually set a setting to go into simulation. You accidentally killed them, or you could accidentally kill them. I like that. So we keep Tom as pilot, Tuvok as damage, and Neelix just a refresh. Voyager will fight semi-autonomously. Phasers are fired automatically, torpedoes manually. You control your ship by opening the command menu and deciding how to approach the enemy.
What are your orders, Captain?
Okay, what's defensive actions? Target their
Moving to
weapons.
attack the front, Captain.
Their shields are damaged. Okay, we've got an
Ability
objective
ready,
here.
Captain.
Target shield generator.
Moving to attack the port side, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Come on, taking out the front shield.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Dodge. Nice. Tuvok.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Target engines.
Moving to attack the aft, Captain.
Took out 3 of their systems. Boom, that's how it's done. Not bad for a temporary guy, Tuvok. Your methods are unconventional, however, your objective was achieved and acceptable performance. One more thing, Captain. Whatever awaits us at the array, the Valjean should be in a support position for Voyager. Alright, have the transport room standing by in case the crew need an emergency beam out. And show the quadrant what we're really made of. Okay, so sector. Coming back over here. Let's jump in here so we can grab this energy. Okay, let's enter the ship, Okay, and we've done some research. We don't get that done in time. Okay, so what are we building? We want some more storage. How many have we got at the moment? 1, 2, 3. Let's make sure we can keep supplies up. Oh, we're still low on manpower, aren't we? That's okay. We've got 4 storage rooms. They'll be able to give us the ability to boost different storages as we need. Okay. Ooh. At the moment, each storage kind of handles different things. So this is doing energy. So how about what have we got over here? Building materials. Let's set building materials here with this one being those materials. Let's send energy here. No. Energy here. And we'll set this one up as a food storage. They'll be their default states. Energy wise we're doing okay, but we can't run all the rooms. Anyway, we've got 9 cycles. Can we kill 9 cycles? We didn't get it all. That's 9 cycles away. Magic quarters built. Awesome. I completely forgot that room. Okay. So under combat, we have done Captain's Acknowledgements, which will give us more morale for winning fights. That I feel is good. Hull Reinforcement will give us more defense. Hydroponics will give us food eventually. So we've pretty much got one on everything. Let's keep the combat tree under control. And then we can move from the combat tree. We'll finish all the tier 1s and we'll see where we're at. I feel because they're low cost to learn, we'll be able to keep our science under control for a little while. Captain, we've reached our destination. Orders. Continue. It seems we were expected, Captain. It's the Kazon. The lead ship is hailing us. They're probably not calling for a chat. I'll have my Maquis radar manned. You have the support if this turns into a fight, Captain. Excellent idea, but let's see what the Kazon have to say first. While you're here, do you truly believe you can defeat us? All we care about is getting home, Jabin. We will beam over to the array and see if we can arrange that. That's all. After you display of firepower, we do not fear you, but we are not fools. We have no dispute with you. Then leave. The array is ours. And this is absurd. We have no intentions of challenging you. The array is mine. Leave or face my wrath. Jabin, we can discuss this like two civilized. He disconnected Captain, and they are powering up weapons. Battle stations. Same team setup. Let's
What are your
go.
orders, Captain?
We are going to focus their weapon systems, I guess. E. Target. Weapon
Moving to attack
systems.
the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Yeah, open the command menu at any point to give new orders. While the command menu is open, combat is paused. Oh, we took a hit. One of our shields is dangerous low. Switch to a defensive action to protect that side from further damage. Continuing with our shields, rest destruction of the underlying system. Okay, defend.
Moving to defend the port side, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
I thought we're defending that side, aren't we, team? Torpedoes have to be fired manually. Shift to the... They're powerful. Okay,
Enemy
so...
shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Attack this.
Moving to
And
attack
then
the
we'll go.
starboard side. An enemy is surrendered, Captain.
Combat is paused.
Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shield ability ready, Captain.
Oh, that went okay. You can hire allied ships on the bridge to help in combat. Only one ally may help at the same time. Unlock allies by fulfilling hidden objectives and researching certain texts. Once unlocked, they will be available for the rest of the game. Recruitment and upkeep cost resources. So yeah, if we're willing to pay 40 food per cycle, we can have a selection ally for a little bit. And this one's 25, this one's 65. Interesting. Okay, so different recruits, different costs. Yep. That went better than expected. Our raider is still in good shape. I'll keep it close by just in case more Kazon decide to show up. You are strong, Captain, but there is strength in numbers. I have called for reinforcements. This array will be mine. And I guess we don't have much time. Hail the array. Well, aren't you persistent? Janeway, we need you to send us back to where we came from. Impossible. I've barely enough strength to complete my work. I must protect the Okompa. If I don't, the Kazon will steal their water. They won't be able to survive. Send us home. If you dragged us into this, you need to send us. Captain Jabin wasn't bluffing. His reinforcements have arrived. I could try to access the array system to transport us back to the Alpha Quadrant. No, I'm fading. Time is up. If you leave, the array will be left to the Kazon. They will annihilate the Okompa. You must destroy it. Don't listen to him. We'll be stranded. Please protect the Okompa. The caretaker fades away, collapsing into an inert crystalline form. Janeway is now faced with an impossible choice: return home to the Alpha Quadrant, leaving the Okompa defenseless, or sacrifice Voyager's return to ensure their safety. The clock is ticking. Now, this one. We may as well just try to keep the story going. I don't want to finish the game at this point. He's gone. Captain, the Kazon are closing in. Shall we just access the primary control system and send us back? The choice has been made. We never asked for the involvement, but we're here. I won't trade the lives of the Okompa for our convenience. Lieutenant Tuvok, ready the tri-bolt devices. What are you doing? The array, our only way out of here. You can't. I can and I will. Tri-cobot device ready. Captain, fire. We'll find another way home, I promise. Who do you think you are, making decisions for the rest of us? It was the right decision, B'Elanna. The Okompa. They remind me of our people. We were fighting a more powerful enemy to protect our own. The Okompa deserve that too. 70,000 light years. We're really stranded, aren't we? Great, now I'll definitely miss my next parole review. A missed parole review shouldn't be your primary concern at the moment, Mr. Paris. Thanks, Tuvok. Hadn't thought of it like that. Jabin is having us, Captain. You have made an enemy today. Mr. Paris, put some distance between us and this place. Okay, so Voyager's hull can be damaged in combat. Spatial phenomenon, or if the navigation deflector is offline. If the hull integrity reaches 0, Voyager will be destroyed and the game is over. Hull doesn't regenerate by itself. To repair the hull, assign a work team in the engineering office. Okay, do we need to grab some energy before we leave? Let's do that. And we have cleared all the decks before we leave. Ooh, we picked up some of that stuff. That's cool. Okay, so we'll repair this. And we will repair the shuttle bay. That is everything repaired. Then we need to rebuild the ship. What do we need for this? We need a bit of resources. We have 15 of these and nowhere near enough of those. Okay, and no crews anyway. We're still okay on power, but I assume that's going to change. Okay, that will max us out. And then we go to the sector. We'll scan this sector. And let's aim for here. Won't go to the objective straight away because that finishes the mission. Starts the clock. Shuttle Bay is now online. Aerospace Bay is now online. Well, they're repaired anyway. We don't have the manpower. Our crew is fully in use. We do get more crew in a second though. Research done. That's cool. Okay, so we've done all the tier 1 combat. So we've got small battery compartment. What I'm thinking though is maybe we build a hydroponics or get the knowledge for hydroponics. I figure that's going to be useful to us if we're in the next section. And then we'll go battery, crew quarters, and that'll be all the tier 1s done, unless we discover some of these question mark objectives, which is possible. Like, these unlock through story beats, so maybe. And we're here. Scan the sector. Ooh, science points. We definitely want to hit that up. Building materials. Good. Okay, so the jump across to this sector used up a bit of energy, so we can at least get energy here. Can we... So these are all just so expensive. Up here. Leave it for now. Okay, so on the ship, where you can turn, or we can turn that into this. It'll give us another 50 storage of that. And this cargo bay we can set to energy. So we can stock up to 2,200, which are the resources of this sector. Which is probably not a bad idea. We grab all that. Grab more energy. And then we jump here, 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 here. Now we'll come here next. Okay, so we've got hydroponics under control. I said we'll do battery next. Then it's just crew quarters, which we might get done before we have to jump. One, yes. More science points. Roll this. Okay, so we're pretty much full on that. Let's get these science points. Grab some energy. Doesn't really matter as long as we get it. Yeah, we just lost 30. We can only hold another little bit of that. So I don't think we need to worry too much about any other resources. We're good. We can get out of here. Uh, 70,000 light years from home. It seemed we're in this together, Commander. Your decision didn't win us any friends, Kazon, Maki, or staff for it, but I respect you for it. There's anger is justified, but we have many pressing concerns. 2 crew on 1 ship, stranded in the Delta Quadrant, fighting for survival. I know a thing or two about survival of the Marquis motley crew. We had to put our differences aside to work together to coexist. Well, Commander, I'd like to offer you the position of Voyager's First Officer. First Officer, you're willing to trust a Marquis with that responsibility? I'm learning to adapt. This is a new beginning, a chance to forge a new path together. 27 crew join Voyager. Nearing to Cash, you wanted to see me. Do you have anything else before you leave? Supplies, water, medicine? Indeed. Well, that was what we wanted to discuss. Would like to go with you. Before you say anything, Captain, we both very much want to be a part of your journey. I can offer you so much for this sector. Captain, need a guide, supplies, contacts, and a cook, or you have to leave. Oh, you haven't lived until you've tasted my Angabosqui. But more than that, Captain, I can be your morale officer. Keep those smiles bright for the long journey home. I have a feeling you'll need that. A guide, a cook, and a morale officer. That's quite enough for Mr. Neelix and Cass. What about you? What do you hope to gain from this journey? I want to see the galaxy. There's so much out there I don't know. So much to explore and discover. Perhaps this journey could help me understand my own telepathic abilities, learn more, develop them. But also I want to help. After the doctor cured my wounds, I realized I wanted to help people too. Maybe I could learn from him, assist in sickbay. I think the doctor would be glad to have you. Well then, very well then, welcome aboard. Oh, Captain, you might want to see this. Looks like we've stirred up a little trouble, in a good way, I think. Unexpected guess. A sudden distress call reveals Voyager's victory over Jabin sparked a mass escape from the Kazon slave camp. Janeway wasted no time ordering the desperate survivors to be beamed aboard. Neelix is surprised to find another Talaxian, Zabin, who was captured while exploring the Compa landscape. Gratefully joins the growing crowd of survivors seeking the doctor's care. 21 crew joined Voyager. Alright, maybe. Alright, everybody, listen up. Deliver speech. Overcome differences, unite as one. Stand strong as one crew. Defend ourselves, unite. Explore the unknown and learn. I like that one. We're alone in the uncharted parts of the galaxy, ripe with scientific discovery. We face the unknown with open minds, eager to explore, learn. To survive, we must work together as one crew. chart new territories and seek solutions. As the only Starfleet vessel in the Delta Quadrant, we continue to chart new territories and revel the secrets of the region, but our objective is to return home. 75 years is unacceptable. We will innovate. We seek out shortcuts and new technology. We will forge alliances and confront those who stand in our path. We will adapt. We will prevail. We will not rest until we reach home. Well spoken, Captain. Mr. Paris, you have proven yourself a skilled pilot and a valuable member of the crew. I hereby appoint you as our flight crew officer. For the first time in my life, I don't know what to say. Perhaps a state that you would like to embrace more frequently from now on, Lieutenant Paris. Lieutenant Paris has a nice ring to it, don't you think? Hey Harry, I bet your own promotion is just around the corner. Oh boy, I can't imagine me being a captain one day. Very well, gentlemen, as your first official act as in your new position. Very well, gentlemen, as your first official act in your new positions, Lieutenant Paris set a new course. We're flying home. Caretaker complete. Voyager starts journey home. Leaving the sector will cause all active missions to be cancelled and all heroes currently marked as unavailable to be lost. We're good. Sector 2.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tuvok. We have been in the Delta Quadrant for an estimated 4 weeks. The integration of Starfleet and former Maquis personnel is progressing. Our current trajectory of 70,000 light-years to Federation space dictates a need for a long-term survival strategy. Due to the replicator's power consumption, the captain has concluded that we must transition to traditional nutrition and enlist the assistance of Mr. Neelix in locating alternative food sources. I have provided Mr. Neelix with a Starfleet Cadet's Guide to Shipboard Protocol, specifically highlighting regulations concerning discipline, resource management, and proper conduct. To date, I have observed no discernible alteration in his operational methodology or adherence to protocol. I will therefore continue to monitor his activities to ensure that his unconventional approach does not result in any culinary incidents.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tom Paris. Lieutenant, Flight Control Officer. Has a nice ring to it. Who'd have thought you only need to get yourself stranded 70,000 light-years from home to actually climb the Starfleet ladder? Starfleet brass and Maquis rebels all crammed onto one ship? Found a good pal in Harry Kim. His nose is still glued to the How to Be a Model Ensign manuals, but he's got potential. My off-duty hours? I'd spend them on the holodeck if the damn thing wasn't fried. I'm honestly dying of boredom. So, to keep from going completely off the rails, I've decided to start building a holo version of Chez Sandrine, my old bar hangout by the port in Marseille. Turns out, when Starfleet isn't supplying endless resources, you have to, conserve. And that, unfortunately, includes the food replicators as well. The captain wants us to find traditional food sources, and Neelix, our Delta Quadrant guide, is apparently the point man for that gourmet expedition. Sounds exciting. Neelix already puts our security chief through the logical ringer daily. Can't wait to see what kind of traditional delicacies he drags back when we actually let him forage for real food. I'll be sticking close to the replicators, just in case.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tuvok.
Okay. Mr. Neelix, do you have any recommendations for edible plants? Plants? Ah, yes. There is a lovely Elsh-class planet close by, lush vegetation, abundant wildlife, and it's almost perfectly safe. Almost? That's reassuring. Mr. Neelix, could you accompany the away team and provide first-hand guidance? I'll second that, Lieutenant Paris, of course. Set a course. Now, if you would excuse me, I have to announce our new Chief Engineer. Lieutenant Carey, you kept engineering running smoothly during the past few days. Thanks for that. I'm happy to serve, Captain. However, the Delta Quadrant requires someone who can improvise when Starfleet protocols fail. Miss Taurus.
Twitch ads are
But
now
Captain, I
playing.
have been a loyal Starfleet officer for years. She's my key, a criminal. You're out of line, Lieutenant. My decision stands. Dismissed. As Taurus, or should I say Lieutenant Taurus, I know we got off to the wrong, not the wrong foot, but I hope we can learn to work together. Fine, I'll keep the ship running, but don't think I'll forget it was you who got us into this situation. I trust you'll handle engineering with equal determination. Our voyage is in good hands, Captain. You'll have an assistant. Commander Jacody Haru recommends both Ensign Seska and crewman Jonas, both mucky. Well, that's not so bad. At least I'll have someone to rant about Starfleet regulations too. Don't worry, Balana. We'll find a way to adapt to Starfleet. We always have. Anything you need, just say the word, Lieutenant. You count on me. Just do your job, Jonas. That's all I need. You start right away. We're reaching the Alkos planet and we've got plenty of work to do. Okay. Ooh, what's going on here? Okay. Start scanning everything. I come up with a plan. Okay, we don't really need energy. We are literally full as we sit next to 2 planets of energy. Okay, so we've got rock, a repair station, and more rock. I think we're going to want to get access to them. Quick Smart. Because that's going to give us the ability to open new parts of the ship up. We're running out of space. Well, we got this spot here. So I'm guessing we're going to want to rebuild this deck first. We also need to upgrade some parts of the ship. Trading. Do we have any trade offers? No. Yeah, well, we've got 2 upgrade spots. It doesn't matter what we turn on at the moment as long as we stay under 120 power.
LJ, Twitch ads should now be over. You're all good for another 60 minutes.
But we've just hit that cap, so we need more space. One moment. Okay, what are they going to charge us to repair our ship a little bit? Well, let's do that. I guess the ship pretty well repaired. We're gonna hit. Okay, let's hit here first. We should have stopped there. Okay, let's crew quarters, start research, and then we'll have to make decisions on more important research. Just, yeah. That didn't help us now, did it? Captain Warp Core has never fully repaired after the initial damage bringing to the Delta Quadrant. To meet our growing energy demands for travel and facilities, we must upgrade to level 2. This is a fundamental task that will significantly increase Voyager's maximum energy output for the journey. That's probably worth it. Okay, and they also want me to build a quarters. I don't think we can do this in no amount of time. Okay. Yeah, let's just grab some energy. Okay, let's go to the ship. And we still don't have enough of that material yet. And we don't have any room to build more quarters. This is not good. That's not great. Storage is full. Captain reach out destination, orders, send away team. Okay, so we'll send, who's our best fighter? Send Chakotay. I think we need our best fighter, and we'll double down on sides. Okay, Captain, we're inside the cave system and our tricos are picking up a strong dilithium signal orders. 16, 16, 16, this seems like our choice. The team performs analysis to find no dilithium in the walls, begging the question, where does the signature come from? We found a metal door, but the... Okay, so we can either blast our way in, or science our way in. Well, we go this, because this has got more of the material we need to upgrade the ship. And it's a guaranteed. We destroy the force field and the door with the control explosion. Revealing constructed metal tunnel, they enter. Captain, we're sending some kind of operation room and someone has acquired quite a collection of organs. No signs of anyone alive. Okay, I'm thinking double science here, or... Ooh, Cass doesn't seem too bad on this front. The compa tried to know some of the familiar organs. So it's more science and more energy. Let's go. Yeah. Cass's medical knowledge enables her to examine the organs. It seems they have been infected with a strange flesh-eating disease. Suddenly a secret door swings open and a hooded figure rushes out holding a tricorder device. Captain, the threat established orders. Guess do need more of that resource. More chance with this, but no rewards. Stand your ground. Fight ensures and a beam from the strange device hits Tuvok in the chest. They collapse and Starfleet flees. The team beams back to Voyager. Tuvok, no! Captain, the away team has returned. Janeway to sickbay. What's Tuvok's third captain? The lungs were removed, beamed out of their body. Without lungs, Tuvok won't last much longer. I've tried to stabilize him. Great artificial lungs for Tuvok to find until we find a permanent solution. Okay, lungs are complete. The patient condition is stable for now. I did read someone who failed that and then lost. Captain Airship just left the planetoid at warp speed. We can still follow their iron trail. Take pursuit. Follow them. We get Tuvok's lungs back. Okay. Okay, now we get to go to tier 2 of something. So, engineering, we could get negotiation tactics, shuttle bay level 2, hypo spanner, cargo bay level 2. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Workshop level 2. Okay, let's tier up here, I guess. Ooh. I think more important, let's upgrade this first. Just keep earning our science points. Oh, we do have enough science points left over. Okay, let's start tier 2 on that. The crew's happy with this. Main engineering, life support activated. Okay, let's make sure this is working right, given what. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders continue. Captain, the alien ship dropped out of warp and went inside this asteroid. What do we do? Scan the interior first. Strange, I can't scan the interior. This sort of seems to be a nano alloy with natural formation. Looks like. Let's go in. This is a mirror. By them, we'll get Tuvok's lungs back. Mirror, mirror, Voyager. plunges into the heart of the asteroid and encounters an electric site. A vast chamber with mirrored walls creating endless reflections, and an alien ship of the alien ship and that Voyager lost in duplicates in the cave. A whole mirrors. Can we identify the real ship? We're still picking up on the entire bat that could have left the fake one. Okay, so we can let Tom navigate with, what's that, a 75%, 40, 50, 60, 70, yeah, 75, 60, or use phasers as a searchlight to find the real shit. I reckon we let Tom navigate. I'm inside the power to capture the mirror. Success. My pleasure, Captain. Just another Tuesday flight, and we're through. Did I promise too much? Not a single scratch. Scanners are picking up 2 weak by electric signatures in front of us. They're powering up their engines, Captain. Activate transmitter direction by signatures. Oh no, like Captain, they escaped. Damn it. Give me 2, Valk. My gamble, I failed you. Those people were your last hope. To save you now, we have no choice but to return to our original core. Oh no, Tuvok's temporary lungs eventually gave out, leaving no hope. The doctor was down sadness. See, this is the point I'm not happy with. This is a bit I kind of said that if we had to start again, I'm going to get really annoyed if things play out differently and we lose a crew too soon. So this is kind of a decision point. Look, I don't want to do this first playthrough in that state. We need Tuvok. State of flux, restart sector. Yes. I'm just, no. It's the start of the sector.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tuvok. We have been in the Delta Quadrant for...
Okay. We've been through this. That was just such a kick in the pants. I just want to play it out, but we did it fine the first time. RNG was not fun there. And now our map, well, it's pretty similar. Okay, we'll fine at the moment. I'm having to spend the resources on here, game. Send away, team. Okay. Oh, because we didn't bring the compa. Change my team. Okay, so we got through that. Tuvok isn't going to die. Captain, the away team has returned. That was a close call. Quiet. We cannot draw any definite conclusion as to what was down there. But what about a guess solution? I guess we're dealing with a species that are privileged organs, and our away team almost contributed to their collection. However, the why is not clear. Captain, the alien ship just left the planetoid at warp speed. We can still follow them. Yeah, okay. Let's find out. Where did they go? Go over there. Okay, where were we? Ship. Captain, our warp core is never fully repaired ourselves. That's where we want a warp core level 2. We need to hit this planet then. So it's 50-50, that's 50-50. Don't really need more than that. Let's do the fly through the rock and see what happens here. Okay, that's done. Coverage of destination orders, continue. Scan the interior. Enter the asteroid. Oh, mirrors, can we identify? Let's... Let Tom. Watch Tom fail this now. Hey, we succeeded. Okay, we got him. Open a channel. The capture will show up on a view screen. Their bodies ravaged by rot. The crew exchange uneasy glances. What has caused the alien horrifying disfigurement? I'm Captain Catherine Janeway, the Federation Starship Voyager. We have a firm group on your ship, so do yourself a favor and talk. I'm Drew, and this is more. We are a very solidarity. I demand an explanation of what happened in the caves. I'm so very sorry that we tried to attack you knowing we harvest from the dead, but time was running out. It is the plague. You see, my people have been stricken by disease for eons. It consumes our body, eats us up alive. The only way to fight it is to gather organs and graft them. I'm in mortal peril and in dire need of a lung, but this is not your problem, Captain. Let us go and you'll never see us again. Create an artificial lung. Might be able to temporary solution, but we could create an artificial lung. Success! Captain, the procedure was a success, but the plague disease has already unfortunately begun attacking the new organ. This will only be a temporary solution. I'll take all the time I can get. Thank you. I will never forget your mercy, Captain Janeway. As a token of my gratitude, take our surgical device. This will help you. Thank you and farewell. We return to our old course. Well, that's cool. Play that differently than the other time. Now we look at resource-wise. Okay, so engineering's been upgraded. We can power up, we can power down. We're just going to run at tier 1 anyway. And if we need to shut down rooms, we use the rest of our resources. Oh, we still need more of that. Okay. Grab some energy and there's more there. We only need about 500 energy. Better odds on this one. We'll send Shadow out, just don't go red. Okay. Let's repair that deck. Well, we need a biolab at some point, won't we? Build. Think about another science lab too. Generate more science. Push forward. We don't need the extra energy at the moment. That would be cool to get, but we didn't have the space for it at the time. Sit here, and we'll come across this way, I guess. They want more quarters. Grab this. Okay, ship. System. Maybe we go science. We get better hydroponics. Produce gel packs are going to be huge. Resource analysis scanner. Okay. Life support active. Okay. With the connected planet, the world is hot, covered in vast stretches of rocket centers with water. Some indicates. We don't really need more building resources. We're kind of pushing everything as we can. So I guess we continue the story. Captain will reach our destination. Orders. Send away team. Do I want to telex him? We could go all science. We could add Tuvok in, which would take away the medical. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. Captain arrived. Half the crew must have been down here. How should we proceed? What is this? Okay, Neelix cooks identifies a just looking apple as poisonous, and the strange root is safe and nutritious. The away team gathers a plentiful supply of food. Range of food. We received our signal about a ship in orbit, Captain, and discovery is missing, and we can't locate her. Combat signal. Orders, Captain. Analyze and trace the environment. I like that as an option. Like, looks like we'll need combat potentially next, so I don't want to use Tuvok this one. We can use Tuvok as pretty much our best fighter, stand alone of this and this if needed, so it's only the middle. Green. The team tracking skills pay off. Footprints reveal Seska went inside of a cave. We've got science points too, which is good. We're hearing voices from inside cave. Orders. Yeah, we'll send Tuvok in for that one. Approach there. Oh, Neelix goes in. They are armed. Kazons, the away team, calms them and lets them leave. Their purpose unknown. Seska is priority. Captain, we're inside the cave, but no sign of Seska. We'll use Balana here. Campus has spy signature. Come on, we need green. We need green. Okay, we're good. Scan reveals Seska's spy signature. She's taken, but leave. She explains the case on attack while she was gathering mushrooms. Captain, another case on patrol. We're taking heavy fire. And everyone? No, we'll just distract them. I definitely want science points. Very good. All green. All green across the board on that one. Tricorder decoy grants the team a chance to escape. They safely beam aboard Voyager. We've got 300 food, 50 science, and 450 morale. That is brilliant. Captain, the away team is back, and if Ensign Seska and quite a haul. Should we move it to the cargo bay? I appreciate Neox's enthusiasm, but I'm concerned about the long-term viability of these food sources and the actual nutritional value. Simply having a lot of it doesn't solve our problem. A valid point, Commander. We'll have the food analysed in the science lab. Okay, let's go to the ship. We need to build new quarters. We're doing that. We're moving rubble. And we need to go to the science lab. And we'll analyze these routes. The system. Can't carry anything more. We'll come over here to kill time. 3 cycles. Emergency quarters have been built. Perfect. We're happy with that. Can we build another science lab? Yes, we can. I figure 2 science labs are important. Oh, it looks different. Cool, we get different skins for the rooms. Okay, systems. Where are we? Ruined room. We are building up these resources by doing this, but we'll get this deck cleared anyway. Use standard mining procedures with a low yield. Use experimental mining with a higher potential yield. Let's go big here. 40 hull damage. That's not good. Look at our ship. We need a repair station. Now we've left ourselves in an awkward spot. Okay, apple-like fruits and weird roots. Message, state of flux. As the commander feared, the lower routes aren't a long-term solution. We'll need to find other ways to stock our pantry. Suggestions? Captain, I was thinking about building a hydroponics bay. It would give us a chance to reconnect with nature. Natural processes of growing food. We could also hit up some local trading stations with Arrow Shuttle. Okay. But Captain, there are so many plants out here. We just need to keep exploring and find one bearing most delicious, nutritious delicacies. Hydroponics trade, exploration, all valid options, thank you. Captain, regardless of your choice, the raw ingredients still need to be prepared. Naturally, I would be honoured to apply my culinary skills. However, the mess hall lacks a proper galley. Would you be willing to sacrifice your private dining room for the greater good of the crew? Wonderful. I'll get to work on it straight away. Okay, so we need to upgrade that room. But our crews are busy at the moment. Okay. Let's upgrade this room. And we're almost done with our current science project. And we have a brand new science lab online. And we don't have the power to power it. Energy for building resources. Dismiss. Not liking our energy position at the moment. We will shut down the arrow bay for a little bit. Actually, we don't need it. We're still at 119. But we repaired a battery to give us a little bit of leeway. We'll hit this up. Better odds on this one, right? Use the shuttle. Science tier 2, okay. I want the biolab research first. Now double science. I figure technology is going to be our best possible way to push through. 33, 33, 38. Crew wise, yeah. Okay, now we are storing energy. 1 energy per cycle, but it's something. One building crew not in use, so let's pull this down. Now, a ship, we set it up in a way. What are we storing here? Energy. Let's go building supplies for a moment. Because we're below energy requirements anyway. We will grab this. You're good. Hit these 2 energy sources, then we're jumping. Mess hole's been upgraded. Enter ship. We can now do normal food, so we can put Neelix in here. +6 morale. And for a little bit, we can stop using building resources and cycle crew. We have a building crew operational. Let's build. For now, hydroponics bay. Get some more food generation. Energy is that limit? Okay, can we shut something down? Oh, look, we're still okay at this for a second. Okay, now we're in trouble. Do we permanently push up energy consumptions? Okay, we can store that. We got no energy anyway, and we're under attack. Balana, let's
What are your orders, Captain?
okay, Voyager's not looking great there. Let's attack their weapon systems.
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Fire and ready.
Ability ready, Captain.
Base and maneuvers. Hit him hard. Our shields are holding pretty well here.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Ah, you missed.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Nice. Mind you, our ship needs repair. We got some energy off that. Okay, on carrier. Leave it for a second. We can now go back to our ship. The excess stuff, swap that back to energy. So if we do get a good amount of energy, we have plenty of space for it. We'll just have to do that between events. Green, yes. Sweet. Oh, we got crew. While salvaging all of the resources, we located an escape pod with survivors inside. They had satellites that were thankful. Oh, nice. So we are full of energy, and that means this sector's done. Let's go here. Okay, biolaboratory is definitely going to be important. And we need more science! Science! And deploy... Leave for now. What's this? Ooh, repairs sound good. Let's go there. We don't need the energy from that. We can go back to premium rations for now. We just needed to work with that. So we can give some energy. So 150, or we'll give him the energy. That will help. We'll give him the building supplies. We have a work crew available. Build. No, we won't be able to have it active, but we'll set it up. It uses our resources, so we can get here. Oh, what's this? Okay, we did all right there. The inhabitants known as particularly rolling out the red cab, inviting crew to spend some days relaxing on our problem. Ooh, okay. Sure. Give people a chance to rest. What? After a welcome rest on the planet, the crew bid a warm farewell to the return. They hospitably leave such an impression on a few of the crew members that said they aren't staying. Oh well. Bye guys. Try to get some energy here. We need a good roll. We should look at my options there. What are the other sectors looking like? Ooh, a lot to do there. What to do there. Interesting. Go from the service point and wander through. Okay, so that's ready. I don't have any more work crews, that's good. We don't need, we're not that worried about energy at the moment, we've got pretty good reserves. Just do the basics, pick up some food. Right part of the station where the cargo might be. No. Okay, come on, good roll. Captain, we're picking up a distress call. On screen, anyone who can hear this message, lost control of the bridge, ship is falling apart. Help now, please. Captain, this may be a trap. Analyze the damage. Can we determine the situation is general and structuring pattern? It might indicate the reactor is breaking down on board. Scan the ship. Scan the occasional ship. What are we dealing with? The ship is identified on Nestrum raiders we previously encountered. Captain, Nestrum is one of the most violent sects in the entire Kazon Collective. Scan for other Kazon ships in the area. Nothing's coming up, Captain. We'll go investigate. Okay. We'll give the ship some time to repair while we go here. We will pick this up. Nice. And we're good on account energy. Let's bump our warp core up. That will mean we can turn other systems on. And we'll be pretty good. Battery will also start charging. Let's go. Captain will reach our destination's orders. Send away team. Okay, so maybe not Chakotay. We want a decent engineer on board. Probably want someone with regional medical expertise and maybe Tom. To double downs on a couple of these things between them. We've got multiple engineer, multiple science, just one diplomacy option, one Starfleet symbol, but that's okay. Inside the radar shows signs of mass explosion, no sign of crew orders. Can we pretty much do it with just okay, we'll do that. That's call out survivors for morale. I think we're okay with morale. Let's do this. We'll have to get really unlucky to lowball that one, right? Scanners reveal a single faint light sign. The team beams the comatose survivor there, directed to sickbay. The rest of the Kazon crew have been fused with the wreckage. What happened here? It's okay, Cass. We'll keep you working. Critical success. The medical examiner revealed no sign of conventional weapons or combat, suggesting the disaster originated from within the ship. Science points were what got my attention there. Yeah, it's probably too much energy. Examine the ship's energy conductor. Just use Taurus here. We don't need the extra energy, so this is a safer bet than that. More chance of a critical. Roll the dice. Yeah. The onus reveals an unknown addition to the system was followed by a massive pre-explosion energy surge which originated in the irradiated area behind the force field. Captain, there's a strange console inside the force field. It could be the origins of the explosion, but the radiation is preventing us from coming any closer. How should we proceed? Can we force this? Okay. Higher risk. Oh, about to say. The chance of us low rolling that is next to nothing. It's more science points. Despite the severe radiation exposure, the away team examines a console which contains traces of Federation technology. Injured, the away team returns to Voyager. Who's injured? It seems the Kazon tried to install Federation technology. We are unsure why. Can't be transported. Can't we transport it out and examine it? Not with those levels of radiation. We could create a subspace bubble and build an expander. One's quicker and one's riskier. The other's safer and more resource intensive. Let's go for the safe option. We won't risk lives, no matter the expense it is. How on earth did Kazons get their hands on Federation technology? The most probable explanation is that someone on our shift gave it to them. I don't like this. If technology changed hands, maybe it's happened on the planet earlier. We could have met them while you were on the surface. Ensign Seska was unaccounted for. I was picking mushrooms. The Kazons ambushed me. Right, I suggest reviewing the Kazon survivor, Captain. Captain, this raised serious concerns with the Marquis personnel in critical areas. This is about you being passed over as chief engineer, isn't it, Carrie? No, Taurus, it's about security. Convenient timing, Carrie. Almost like someone wanted to make the Marquis look like perfect saboteurs. Enough. We'll determine the truth through proper investigation. Sickbay, with the captain, it's the Kazon. His own blood cells are killing him. I need to perform a complete parotype replacement to save him, requesting authorization. Are we equipped for this procedure? I've already run the too much reading. I've already run a crew compatibility analysis. I've also noticed Ensign Seska has never provided a blood sample.
Yo, LJ, Twitch ads are inbound.
It's because she's a traitor. I had a childhood disease and I was warned never to donate blood. I already found enough compatible blood donors among the crew, but I still require blood sample for general medical purposes. I don't see what the point of that is, Doctor. I want to push the issue to see what happens, but we know from before that this is okay. I think we have more pressing matters to deal with, Dr. How about our Kazon patients? Neurosurgical will help, Doctor. Good news, the Kazon is stable. Chances are high that he'll
Twitch
survive.
ads are now playing.
Good, let me know as soon as he wakes up. Let's proceed with building the expander. Nice. Let's build that. We need 4 days to kill. So we'll go get these resources. Hydroponics bays online. So we are now making our own food. That's good. Okay, we have science points to spend finally. We can build better hydroponic bays. That's what we wanted, the scanner. We're good. System. Let's get these resources. We'll do this one. No, we only got half of it. Okay, let's head back. We're not done yet? We're not done yet? And it needs 2 days. Go get the energy and come back. We could risk the shuttle. There's pretty good chances there. Now we'll go that one. We'll lose a little bit anyway. Didn't need to take the risk. Captain, reach our destination's order. I didn't get the pop-up saying it was built, did we? Oh, okay. I like how we can move the doctor around even though he's technically only restricted to sick bay. We can release our destination orders. Damn it, I can't. Couldn't mute my mic quick enough. Continue. Captain 2K's on. Raiders approaching. They're hailing us. Open the channel. Kazon versus Captain Janeway of the Federation Starship Voyager. Cool. First mage of the Kazon.
LJ, Twitch ads should now be over.
Whichever
You're
sec
all
that
good for
is.
another
What have
60
you done
minutes.
to our ship? We responded to a distress call. By the time we arrived, there was only one survivor. I demand to speak to him. We better not refuse the demand of a Kazon. We should question the survivor first without outside influence. I demand to see my Kazon immediately. This will be bad. Alright, we'll beam you over. Crew member will recover. Few physicians could have achieved such a... We will take him back to our ship. I'd prefer him stay here. We found Federation technology on his ship and want some answers. Very well, Captain. At least allow me to monitor. Allow me a moment with him. The cold-blooded act. Janeway and the Doctor turn away, granting Khan a moment of privacy and his injured crewmate. A tense silence fills the room, broken only by him of the biomonitor. Suddenly a faint rattle and the sound of a sharp intake of breath. Janeway and the Doctor turn around. Khan pulls a small device from the Kazon's neck, quickly concealing it within his sleeve. Within seconds, the Kazon patient starts to shake violently and then he collapses. He's dead. What have you done? Me, Captain? He simply expired. Get off my ship. Gangway to away team, get ready to recover the console. Keep your hands off our ship or we'll be considered an act of war. Keep the ship. I'm not going to agree with a captain who murdered his own crew. Don't get in our way. Your technology makes you brave, Captain, but you have only one ship. There will be 4Ks on vessels off your bow soon enough. I don't negotiate with murderers. Janeway out. Janeway to away team, get ready to recover the console. Okay, we need a survivalist. Which means Chakotay is going. I want someone who can fight to back up Chakotay if it turns into a fight. Lana's our best engineer if we only send one engineer. We're engineer fight, engineer fight? Yeah? We'll be able to hold our own if things go sideways there. Got some science between these two. Yep, okay. Okay, let's go. Captain, we're back on the radar, but the bridge entrance is jammed shut. I'm positive it was open before. What a weird coincidence. Alana, unlock the door mechanism. The door slides open smoothly, revealing the bridge beyond. The away team enters alert. Captain, the bridge has been tampered with. How do we proceed? Can we... Tuvok can handle this on his own. Gives him time to recover for a double fight at the end if we need to. Or we double up here. Yeah, I want Balana for the next one because it is engineering. And she's the only one that can do it, so... Tuvok it is. The away team starts to comb every inch of the ship, taking a closer look at the force field reveals a trap. They notice it just in time and are able to disarm it. Whoever's on this bridge didn't want us recovering the console. Yep, okay. Critical success. The team carefully rotate the force field. However, they discover the console is fused to its surrounding, making removal a challenge. The console is fused to its surroundings. Suggestion to Captain. Well, this is the last step. I like the idea of that, but she's fatigued. Do we risk or just fight our way through? Now I kind of wish we brought more engineering staff. We could have brute forced it. We succeed no matter what. We get a little bit of science. Let's keep the crew alive. 3 critical success in a run. The away team uses precise phaser bursts and several to sever the fuse connection points. The console is freed. That, though not much to look at, the term return to Voyager with the console. Good work, team. Wait, 20 away missions. Okay, console recovered, Captain. It is indeed from Voyager. What was it supposed to be? Analyze its purpose. No chance. The thing is fried behind. Well, no matter what it was supposed to be, we know it was Federation technology, Voyager technology. We have a trader on board. Captain, I propose a full investigation which would require I suspend my other duties. Approved, Lieutenant. Right, Tuvok. Okay. So we're done in this system. We're going to jump to the next one. This one's closer. Let's scan it and let's hit the space station. Source analyzer's done. I want to keep working. All navigation deflectors reduce hull damage taken while flying for an additional 5 cycles. Transporter room. Hydroponics bay. So anything in some of these other tech trees worth looking at? We got quite a bit of science from our last couple of adventures. It's probably worth. Yeah, I want to add more workshop level 2. Captain, I've been reviewing the power grid. We're losing too much excess energy from the warp core. It just disintegrates. By building dedicated high-capacity batteries, we could store that wasted energy. It's a proactive step which would create a massive reserve to cover situations where our energy consumption exceeds our warp core output. Okay, let's build one. Glimmer of Hope. Trade offer received. Scan for this. Scan and they've discovered a wormhole, but subspace indicate it's collapsing rapidly. Oh, I remember this part. Captain, what do we do now? Investigate it right away. We won't let this object pass by. Helm to the pole for the wormhole. I just need a moment to work out what's going on the ship and look at the sector. Also getting a call. So our scanners now detect how much of a resource is potentially at a location, which is cool. So we're getting resources where there's more than one. Well, while we're here, we'll grab the energy. Say the flux. Captain, I've completed my investigation. An unauthorized transmission was sent to the K's on Dewiko. It's originated in Lieutenant Carey's station. Also, I found an encrypted security code in the requisition files for replicated material. The code, however, belonged to Ensign Seska. Incompetence or intent? Thank you, Lieutenant. Summarize on the crew. Before I make up my mind, I could summarize everything I know, Lieutenant. Carey resents Lieutenant Taurus' appointment as chief engineer. He may have attempted to frame the Marquis as traitors by providing technology to Kazon. Yet it was Ensign Seska who was close to the Kazon inside a cave, providing the perfect opportunity to transfer of materials. Finally, both the transmissions from Carey Station and Seska's security code were easily found. Was this a clumsy cover-up or a deliberate setup? Unfortunately, they both present evidence suggesting culpability. Side and confront Trader. I know what I need to do. For weeks, a traitor has been in our midst, actively conspiring with the Kazon. That ends today. It is Seska. You are charged with treason by transferring Federation technology to the Kazon. You have violated the Prime Directive. No, it's Carey. He's the one. He never trusted the Marquis. And he's using this to frame us. Tell that to the brig. You and your precious Starfleet principles. I did what was necessary. Your actions left us stranded in the Delta Quadrant. Khan offered protection, and I made a decision. A decision that could have impacted the entire quadrant. You lack resolve, Janeway. I didn't compute command. I don't. Computer command XJO. by Seska. What with a triumphant smirk, Seska activates her transporter, revealing her treachery as she escapes from the bridge. Janeway and her crew are left shocked. She's getting away. Identify destination of transport. What is the destination of such transportation? Okay, he's on vessel. It's getting ready to jump to warp. Let's fight him. Even with our superior turns, we are massively outnumbered the captain. I can't really take a beating now. I'm still repairing the ship. Okay. We'll deal with Seska another day. The other Kazon Raiders are leaving. They are powering up their... Well, the other aren't leaving. Oh, okay, so we've still got to fight. I told you laying hands on our ship would be considered an act of war. This is the price of defiance. Okay, so instead of last time when we tried to fight for Seska, we had to fight 4 ships. There's only 3 this time. Interesting.
What are your orders, Captain?
Let's try to pick off one of the side ones and target their weapon systems. Our hull's been doing okay since we've been repairing it, but we can't afford much of a beating.
Ability ready, Captain.
Oh, never mind. Let's swap to this one. Back its weapon systems.
Moving to attack the front, Captain.
It's going to engage us first.
Ability ready,
Place the shields.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Buys us some time.
An enemy is surrendered, Captain.
Okay, swap targets. This one's closer. And target its weapon system.
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Keep hitting them.
Ability ready, Captain. An enemy is surrendered, Captain.
Okay. Attack this ship's weapon
Moving
systems.
to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Shields are holding. Tuvok double hit. Okay, we're in a lot better position than last time.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
And we win. Okay, report. The Kazon Raiders have been defeated, but Seska escaped with... it is possible Seska and Worse will seek revenge or we prepare ourselves. We got their number, Lieutenant. We're ready for them. Captain, thank you for your faith in me throughout this whole traitorous affair. I realise my Marquis comments were less than professional for that. Lieutenant Torres, I sincerely apologise. I can now understand why the captain appointed you Chief NG. You clearly deserve that chair. Congratulations. I appreciate it, Lieutenant Carey. Truly, I'm pleased to see your growth moving forward. I'll leave it up you to it. I suspect the Chief Engineer and her new Assistant Chief Engineer have a lot to discuss. I'm honoured, Captain. I'm going to be counting on you, Carey. I'm not up to date on all the latest Starfleet protocols. You're probably more familiar with the quirks of the warp engine than I am right now. I hope I can depend on you. I assure you, Lieutenant, you'll never get less than my best. Carrier recruited. And we're going to stay here for a second. We need to get there as quick as we can. Okay, we engineering tier 2. Let's research a better workshop. Captain, we've reached our destination. Orders continue. Captain, we're approaching the wormhole on screen. The view screen shows only a vast star-studded expanse of the Delta Quadrant, but the coordinates indicate Voyager has arrived. What is it? The wormhole, a supposed ticket home, remains stubbornly invisible. Are we in visual range? Affirmative, Captain. This must be the smallest wormhole on records. Magnify. Even magnified, the wormhole remains a frustrating small blip on the screen. Disbelief and a flicker of despair cross the bridge crew's faces. Is this their only hope of returning home? It's small. Its aperture is about 30 centimeters in diameter, but it's large enough for a message. It could carry the data transmission to Federation space in minutes. We still have to find out if it goes anywhere near the Alpha Quadrant. We could send a probe beforehand. A modified probe would have a great chance of success. It will require some time and resources. Let's do it. A modified probe is worth it. Modified probe rubles. Aye, Captain. Okay, so we're going to kill a little bit of time. We need to get some... Oh, we never scanned everything. Okay. Spend a lot of time here if we wanted to, but I don't think we're going to have that luxury. Prepare this deck because we're looking like we're running out of space. And crew 2 is just constantly on engineering, repairing the hull. An assignment from roll. Can we use them elsewhere? Screw it, let's keep them repaired. I want to pick this up because we're pretty low on this stuff. Mine it, come on. On the ship, we need to build that device. It's over here. Add influence Protagonist life, which is untapped material. That's all fine. We're gonna head over here. I want these materials, and then we need energy. Okay, now engineering crew. Let's unassign. Let's clear this deck. Got materials. I want this one as well. Okay. Let's start working on unlocking this. Let's put this, come on, something good. Really. Winning these rolls, we need energy. Quick, 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 quick. Captain, we've got a major problem brewing down in engineering. Tritium levels are critical. This ship won't last long without a refuel. Yep, we're working on that now. The battery we have is full. I don't think we need to worry about fuel so much. Have we built that thing yet? Oh, we have. On our way back, let's pick up some energy. Sufficient resources, okay, so we need to hit 75 for that. Get the energy. Oh, 7 second. Yeah. Captain reached our destination. That was close. Continue. Captain probe is ready. Send the modified probe. Do it. Telemetry data incoming, Captain. Into the unknown. The view screen shows a green vortex, the image transmitted by the probe. From inside the micro wormhole, a sense of wonder and anxiety filled the bridge. What's on the other side? Doesn't look like any wormhole I've ever seen. Must be old, decaying. At any ideas of what the probe will and where the probe will end up? Answer no, but a phase variance in the radiation stream. It's stuck. Oh, it's stuck, okay. Can it break free? Unlikely. Wait. It was just scanned by something else. Hail them. Use the probe to reinforce the signal. We're receiving an answer, Captain, on screen. This is Captain Catherine Janeway of the Federation Starship Voyager, who is receiving this communication. I am Tarek Rockmore of the Romulan Astrophysics Academy. Science vessel Torov located in the Alpha Quadrant sector. What is your coordinates? We're in the Delta Quadrant, but since it hasn't been charted, I can't specify the exact location. Delta Quadrant? On a Federation starship called Voyager. I have not heard of a ship with that name. It is new, but not classified. Surprisingly, Romulans are very well informed. I've been in deep space for over a year and I am not privy to the latest intelligence. I'm sure my government knows of any Federation expedition to the Delta Quadrant. It's a complicated story, please, if you could. I don't believe you. You are undoubtedly still in the Alpha Quadrant. I ask again, what are your coordinates? Okay. Ooh, Tuvok level 90. 90%. Balana technical facts is still 85, but Tuvok man, get word out. I understand your concern. Naturally, the Romulan Empire does not want Starfleet spying on its science vessels. However, wouldn't a spy come up with a more plausible lie? Impulsive or implausible, but I will believe you for now. Thank you, Captain. Can you please help us get contact with Starfleet? Starfleet? You ain't making this any easier, Captain. Link beaming. Captain, we could try to use the visual link signal to beam our crew to the Romulan ship. Ooh, in the science tree. That has never been done before. We would have to test it. Would you be willing to assist us, Captain? Fine, but you will beam me to your ship and back, and then I'll see what I can do for you. Captain, I am not convinced of the Romulan's malevolence. I will look further into him in Starfleet database. Okay, science team. We need to change tack. Where is this thing? I'm guessing it's under science. Why can't I move? Link beaming. 11 cycles. This is going to be interesting while we're here then. We don't have many... Ooh, do stuff on the ship by looks. Did we end up finishing engineering upgrades? No. Let's turn off life support for that deck. Let's turn on life, let's repair this deck. And go from there. We'll clear another deck. Systems. Energy is our biggest concern at the moment, so let's just bounce around for that for a second. If we can get the ship down on energy consumption, I want that still online. What else can we shut down? Trying to get below. Okay. Oh God, no. What are we at? 125 at the moment. Let's shut down Shuttle Bay as well. Okay, we're below 120. Let's drop our energy consumption down to save some power. While we keep working. I have no idea what that was. Okay. No more energy. We can come out and get this. 6 secs. I don't want to get too far away. Come on, green. Yes! How are we going on the science? So if we return to the wormhole now, we'll be in a better position than if we don't. I don't think it's worth going for this. Okay. And what were we researching before? I think we were trying to unlock a tree, weren't we? Okay. Every set to say order, continue. Well set, Captain. Stand by, let's give it a try. Energize. Hope materializes. Against all odds, transport beams. Precisely them are bringing to board the Voyager. The impossible has just become reality. This breakthrough could open a way home. This is quite a breakthrough. I thought we lost you. The phase variance in the radiation stream had me worried. Lieutenant, begin the evacuation. I suggest we delay, Captain. I've noticed some inconsistency in our database, and this phase variance confirms my suspicions. What year is it? The year is 2351, but this is 2371. Our Romulan guess is a person from the past. That wormhole is a rift not just in space, but also in time. We were so close. I'm afraid we left without our original. I'm afraid we left with our original request. It's 20 years. Would you in 20 years, would you relay a message to Starfleet? I will. If you should find your way back within my lifetime, I would welcome a message from you. You'll hear from us because we will be back. Energize. The Captain, I think that might not be possible. Our guest has become entangled with the wormhole on a quantum level. Being you back could. My patience wears thin, Captain. Can we compensate? Theoretically, but it would be risky. I don't care. I insist you send me back. Okay. 40, 56, 70% chance. 75%, 40, 75, so... Do you sick bay? Doctor from sea, and don't tell me it can't be done. Of course, it can and it has. Bravo me. Look, Captain, the transporter parameters are improved, but that doesn't mean safe. The risk for catastrophe failure is still high. You really want to go through with this? My return is imperative. I must be sent back regardless of my personal cost. Good luck. He has a life waiting for him. We won't rob him of that. Execute transporter. Energizing. The signal panel is wavering, compensating, reading phases. Error proceed. Okay, these. I'm really worried about these rolls. So wormhole's integrity is starting to collapse. Can we get through? Can we get him through in time? Perhaps we need to act now. Increase resonance and metal power to the transporter. Lock stabilize appears from the transporter was circled the wormhole collapse. It appears. Only time will tell. Janeway to crew, Captain Romar has been transported. While we can't be entirely certain he has to return to his time, the odds are in his favour. He carries a message that could reshape our future. Though we expect no rescue, we are allowed to hope. Janeway out. Captain, I did not want to mention this in the presence of the Captain, but the Federation database states he dies in 2367, 4 years ago. Then hope is all we have. Helm, return to our old course. Okay. Tuvok hasn't told us we need to move on yet. I want to try to use what we got to jump to the final sector. We'll have a look. It's 5 cycles compared to 7 cycles away. Let's go here. We'll just use this to clear out the ship a little bit. We still need science points. Because yeah, we'll get combat tier 2 just so we've got options. Okay, here we are. Spend too much time in the sector. Captain, I'm detecting a growing sense of restlessness among the crew. The desire to move forward to cut more light years off our journey is beginning to affect their focus. It's not yet a problem, but to avoid significant moral errors, I suggest we schedule our departure from this sector sooner rather than later. We won't linger, it's all good. We get a good source of energy just to kind of get us moving. I'll be happy. What's happening here? still got a housing problem, so it's concerning. It's still full. Let's go get some energy. Then we need to shut down that deck. We're back under again. We're charging. Ooh! Okay, so Captain encountered debris field sensors are indicating that debris field consists of ship parts that have recently been destroyed. Quickly be avoided the involved material before the attack is returned. No, we need to risk the higher energy yield. Good. Yeah. Oh, there's one more scan. There's a chance of a green. Yeah. Chance we'll get green. And more energy. And then we've got to go, right? Okay. Sensors detect any activity in the high pressure nebula. Pressure still beyond the fade. Energy.
What are your orders, Captain?
Target weapon
Move to attack the
systems.
front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
There, Tom. The weapon systems are
Ability
offline.
ready, Captain.
We'll get some energy from the fight. Okay. Morale is dropping slowly. Do we finish up here? What are we going to learn? I don't want to get the large cargo bay, but that's just going to take forever as it is, isn't it? Hey, look at the oaks in there. The question becomes, like, how much morale are we willing to risk to stay here now, and what do we gain by staying here? Our energy supplies are full. We pushed everything to maximum capacity. Interesting. I'm very tempted to try to push to here. We're missing the science point sign. Looking at this sector though, our biggest issue is we're going to run out of fuel really quick. We don't need that. Want to see this? The more time we stay in this sector, the quicker it drops. Oh, this is going to be bad. Okay, we're done here. I want to. How about that?
Personal log, Lieutenant Tuvok. The crew's persistent capacity for adaptation under the sustained pressure of the Kazon Nistrum threat is exemplary. This unexpected resilience offers crucial protection against the ongoing threat of Kulla and Seska, a protection rendered necessary by my own deficiency. My oversight in identifying Seska's treachery was a significant operational failure. I tendered my resignation as Chief of Security to the captain. It was refused repeatedly, an illogical decision I attribute to her evident emotional bias. Supplemental. Sensors detected an unidentified transmission from an ionized hydrogen cloud. The captain intends to investigate, classifying the potential hazard as a welcome diversion. The human capacity for welcoming variables of unknown origin and potential threat remains to me an inexplicable phenomenon.
Fair enough.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tom Paris. Seska, huh? Wasn't that a neat little surprise? Undercover agent running off with an intergalactic thug with bad hair and anger management issues? All we need now is a dashing hero to sweep in and save the day. A dashing hero that saves the day. No, seriously though. We've been playing cat and mouse with these Kazon for ages, and Kulla is nothing if not persistent. But we all know Seska's really the one pulling his strings. Give credit where it's due, she's good. Evil, but good. What's actually surprising is how well the crew's holding it together. No Starfleet versus Maquis brawl in the mess hall. Yet. Supplemental. Our sensors just picked up an unidentified transmission from an ionized hydrogen cloud. The captain wants to investigate this welcome diversion, and that's my cue. Voyager isn't going to steer itself into its next big adventure.
Okay. So we will continue this at another time. I kind of hit my limit now. My two train of thoughts with our next move in terms of science and all that is maybe we abandon combat. Even though I'd like to stick to what I was originally doing, it is going to cost us a bit of time to research all this stuff. There are two things that I'm kind of eyeing off. And they are... Ooh, double food rations. Not really what I was thinking. Engineering wise, I might want to push the large cargo bay. That could be essential for us to be able to do something cool. Another thing I'm looking at is to be able to do more science more quickly. So science lab level 2. Not really sure which way we're going to go. I feel we're kind of hanging at the moment. This sector's got a bit we can look at. Ooh, 2 blue markers, interesting. And who knows how many sectors we can afford to spend here. But thank you for everyone who stopped by, past, present, future. Greatly appreciate it. Still a little disappointed having to start again, but everything at the moment seems to be working okay. I can control this, so we're going to assume that we haven't encountered the bug yet. I'll be monitoring this closely as we continue to make sure we don't hit it anytime soon. Why do we only have one of one crew? Oh, that can be the option I selected. That'll work too. Okay, there we are, 2 or 2. No, that's how that works. A little confused there for a second. Oh, good. The ship's coming along nicely. We've kind of cleared all these decks off. I'm probably going to hopefully... No point really scanning because the new loading will be slightly different anyway. That's not great. Well, I was going to be very hopeful that we could maintain energy and stay here, but that's... But anyway, we have things to do. I'm going to take off. I'm getting tired. It is 1:20 AM here. So I'll probably just linger in the studio for a little bit, but yeah. Thank you for all those who stopped by, past, present, future. Always greatly appreciated. Till next time, good luck and have fun.